As explained, you can connect several IRtc sensors to the AutoSmart transmitter. What you see here is the Micro IRtc, which is connected to the AutoSmart transmitter. In the back of the AutoSmart transmitter is an M12 connector. And with any AutoSmart sensor that you order, you will get a cable, of course with a fitting M12, that you can very easily connect to the AutoSmart. Like this, very solid, very reliable. In principle, you can order any cable length that you desire. At the end of the cable are 4 wires. The brown wire is the power supply, 12 to 28 volts. The blue wire is the ground. The white wire is the voltage output, and the black wire is the current signal output. Another example here is the IRtc01. Again, this is an IRtc model connected to the AutoSmart transmitter. Now, for this demonstration, I have set up some equipment to demonstrate how it works. So, in this case, I have installed here a PID controller. It's a Eurotherm controller. Inside I have a 24 volt power supply, and in this case we use the current signal output. 0 to 20 milliamp corresponds to 0 to 100 volts. What you see is already, if I put a warmer target in front of the sensor, you see a result in the screen. Also here is a blackbody calibrator. So I would like to demonstrate how this works. I put the sensor in front of the blackbody, make sure it's mounted properly, looking in the right direction. And you see that it gives a very nice temperature of the blackbody. So if you order an AutoSmart sensor with a standard calibration, so minus 30 to 70 degrees C, or 0 to 100 C, or 0 to 250 C, this is how it works. There's also a possibility to do a custom calibration. Let me demonstrate to you how that works. For a custom calibration, you need our special Syntax calibration software that comes with the AutoSmart IRtc line. What's also very important is that you have a reliable reference temperature sensor. In this case, I am using a specially calibrated, certified K-type thermocouple sensor that goes to an AutoSmart calibration device. I put the reference sensor here in the blackbody to give an accurate measurement of the blackbody temperature, and I plug in the stick, the USB stick, into the laptop, and you immediately see that the software recognizes the reference sensor. What you also see is that this is a contact sensor. It came from a somewhat colder environment, so this one takes some time to adjust. In practice, you also need to give your reference sensor time to adjust and take the temperature of your target. For this demonstration, I will use the Micro IRtc connected to the AutoSmart. I've already plugged in the M12 connector, and in this case, instead of the 4-wire output, I have the USB stick. As soon as I plug the stick into my laptop, it's recognized by the Syntax software, and you should immediately see the sensor popping up in the screen. There we go. Now I install the sensor in front of the blackbody, make sure it's aligned properly. There we go. This one will give a very nice measurement very close to the reference sensor. In customizing an AutoSmart IRtc, there are several things that you can customize. You can customize the output, you can customize the temperature range, but what makes this software so useful is that you can adjust the sensor reading to match the reference sensor. Let me demonstrate how this works. You see, by the way, the screen that the two measurements are really nicely aligned right now. But in this case, just for the sake of purpose or example, I'm gonna just put the sensor at an angle. Let's say you have an application where the sensor is maybe measuring obliquely. Now you immediately see an effect in the reading, where the sensor now, because of field of view issues, is giving a different reading than the target and the black body, because there are other things in the field of view that affect the reading. But I can adjust for this. Let me show you how that works. So here on the software, I click. Now my reference sensor is 39.9. I put in the 39.9 value here in the software, and then I press Auto Adjust. And then you will see the AutoSmart transmitter will automatically adjust the sensor reading to go to the set value of 39.9. And now, even though the sensor itself might be reading a slightly lower temperature because of field of view issues, it still gives a very accurate temperature reading as compared to the reference. And as long as in any application the environments are reproducible, the sensor will give you reproducible results. So now this sensor is custom calibrated. What you also see in the software is that you can very easily adjust, let's say, the output. You can choose 0 to 10 volt, but you can also select 0 to 5, 0 to 2.5, 0 to 1 volt. Here you can easily select 0 to 20 milliamp or 40 to 20 milliamp. You can adjust the temperature range. So this is all very easy and very convenient to do a custom calibration. And again, as long as the application and the process is reproducible, the sensor will give you reproducible results.